You read the textbook. You highlighted the sentences in bright yellow. You watched the lecture twice. You felt smart. You felt like you understood it perfectly. But the moment you sit down for the test or try to explain it to a coworker, your mind goes completely blank. Why? Because you weren't learning. You were experiencing a documented cognitive flaw called the illusion of competence. Your brain confused the familiarity of seeing the words on the page with the ability to actually generate them from scratch. But there is a neurological cheat code to bypass this flaw. It's called the Feynman Technique. By the end of this video, you will understand the exact neuroscience of how this four-step method forces your brain to learn any hard subject 2x faster, and how to use it today. The technique was created by Richard Feynman, a Nobel Prize-winning physicist known as the Great Explainer. Feynman believed that the true test of knowledge isn't using big words. The true test is whether you can explain it to a child. If you can't, you don't actually understand it. Neurologically, highlighting a textbook does almost nothing. It is passive recognition. It requires zero metabolic effort from your prefrontal cortex. But the Feynman technique forces active recall. It forces your brain to pull information out of storage, which is the exact biological mechanism that thickens the myelin sheath around your neural pathways, making memory retrieval permanent and lightning fast. Step 1 of the technique is the child test. Take a blank piece of paper, write the name of the concept at the top, and explain it as if you were teaching it to a 10-year-old. Why a 10-year-old? Because a child doesn't understand industry jargon. This step forces cognitive decompaction. When you learn something new, it enters your working memory as a tangled, complex knot. To explain it simply, your prefrontal cortex has to untangle that knot. It has to strip away the complex vocabulary and identify the core, foundational mechanism. If you can't simplify it, it proves you are just memorizing the jargon to hide your own lack of understanding. Step 2 is identify the gaps. As you write your simple explanation, you will inevitably hit a wall. You will forget a step, or realize you don't actually know why a leads to be this moment of friction is the most important part of the entire process. Neuroscientists call this desirable difficulty. When your brain struggles to retrieve a memory and fails, it triggers a spike in a neurotransmitter called acetylcholine. This chemical tells your brain, "This is important, we need to fix this." The discomfort you feel when you realize you don't know something is the biological trigger that opens the window for new learning. Without this friction, no neuroplasticity occurs. Step 3 is go back to the source. Once you find the gaps, you open the textbook or the lecture notes, but you only read the specific part you got stuck on. Then, you go back to your blank paper and try to explain it simply again. This creates a tight feedback loop. You are not rereading the whole chapter. You are surgically targeting the exact broken neural pathway and repairing it. This process physically alters the synaptic connections in your hippocampus, moving the data from fragile short-term memory into robust long-term storage. And if decoding the hidden mechanics of how your brain actually works, so you can stop wasting time on useless habits, is what you're looking for, make sure you're subscribed to MindConnect, because we go this deep every single week. But here is where the Feynman technique unlocks a massive hidden multiplier, the protege effect. Studies in cognitive science show that when you change your mindset from "I need to learn this" to "I need to teach this," your brain physically changes how it stores the data. The pressure of knowing you have to explain it to someone else forces your prefrontal cortex to organize the information hierarchically. It stops seeing random facts and starts seeing a structured system. By simply pretending you are going to teach this concept tomorrow, your brain boosts its own retention rate by up to 90%. This brings us to the final step, step 4. Use an analogy. Feynman didn't just explain things simply. He connected them to things people already understood. He compared atoms to billiard balls and electrical resistance to water flowing through a pipe. Neurologically, this is called elaborative encoding. Your brain has no empty space to hold a completely new, isolated idea. But it already has massive, deeply myelinated pathways for water flowing. By linking the new concept to an old one, you literally solder the new neural pathway to the old one, ensuring it never decays. So why do most students ignore this? Because of the fluency illusion. When you read a textbook, the words flow easily. Your brain processes the visual data with zero friction, and it rewards you with a false sense of understanding. It feels good. The Feynman technique, on the other hand, feels terrible. Forcing your brain to generate information from a blank page is metabolically expensive. It causes cognitive friction, but that friction is the exact feeling of your brain physically rewiring itself. If studying feels easy, you aren't learning. You are just entertaining yourself. So how do you apply this today? Stop rereading your notes. Stop passively watching videos. The next time you need to learn something, a new software skill, a biology chapter, or a business strategy, grab a blank piece of paper. Explain it out loud as if you are talking to a 10-year-old. When you stutter, smile. That stutter is the feeling of your brain actually building new pathways. Go back, find the answer, and use an analogy to lock it in permanently. I want you to go to the comments right now and type the words. I learn by teaching. Type it. Claim it. Stop letting the illusion of competence trick you into thinking you are prepared. If this video gave you a tool to actually upgrade your brain, this is exactly what MindConnect is here for. We decode the neuroscience of learning and behavior so you can stop wasting time and start growing. Hit like, subscribe for more deep dives, and share this with a student or a friend who is studying for an exam. They need to hear this the most. See you in the next one.